Hi everybody, and welcome to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. On this video, we have a post from Surviving Infidelity with an update and one from Malicious Compliance. So if you want to get started with the stories, then just use the timestamps below the video. Now I'd like to thank all of you that support me and my videos in so many different ways. Thank you very much, it really does mean a lot to me. And if this is the first time watching one of my videos and you like it, then consider subscribing to the channel and joining us on Discord. Now let's get started with today's stories. This post is from the subreddit Surviving Infidelity and it's from user Eminence26. Caught my wife cheating on me with her boss, who happens to be a celebrity. Just like that, my whole life is gone. She and I have been married for 6 years now, but we've been together for 15 years. We have one son. We are a gay couple and I never knew she was into men until this happened. I feel like I don't know who she even is anymore. She's not aware that I found out. I'm still not emotionally strong enough for any confrontation right now. I haven't seen her in nearly 4 days. She's not coming home until Friday because of important business matters. But I now know that it was a made-up lie too. She's probably with her boss enjoying being rich and successful. I only found out because all of our phone data synced when I updated my phone and the messages were just there. I can't get it out of my head. I never saw a reason to be suspicious of her because I trusted her so much. We have been together since we were young and she has never done me wrong. I feel so blindsided. I have no one to talk to because she is still my wife after all and I don't want to hear anyone talk bad about her. I certainly know that this is no longer going to work out. She left me for a man, not another woman, a man. I can appreciate a good-looking man when I see one and he's definitely one of them. I can't compete with him. He's richer and more successful than me. I've seen him in movies and shows and have met him in real life. He is someone I used to hold so much respect for. I have never felt so disrespected in my life. I don't know where I went wrong. It was all so perfect, just like we had planned. We promised our son a good family, and she ruined that for him. He is the only one keeping me sane right now. If it weren't for him, I would have done something reckless already. She makes more money than me, and divorce is going to cost so much. I'm still deciding whether I want to do that right now or not. Perhaps she wants one too. I need to talk to her, but if I do, then it becomes real and I'm not ready to face it yet. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. I'm too old to start over again. What woman would want me at this age? And if they did, it'll never be the same connection as I had with her. I failed myself and my son. He shouldn't have to deal with the consequences of her actions and my failure. He didn't ask to be brought into this world. We made a choice and a promise. It didn't get us anywhere. I'm planning to seek therapy and see a lawyer for advice, but right now, I really just need a friend. Well, at this point in time, OP is in a very, very difficult situation, very alone as well, and she's just feeling like a failure. But one thing I can say at this point is, OP, you did not fail. Your wife did. When confronted, she might try to blame you for her going outside of the relationship. But if you guys never had a proper talk or communication about any issues, then cheating is absolutely unjustified. It's not even justified if you did have some sort of issue but never addressed it. Regardless of how messy this whole thing is, you can't blame yourself for what your partner decided to do. Now, because of the uniqueness of OP's situation, there's not much more I can say. So let's move on with the community comments to see what kind of support the community offered, and then we can check out the update. JKP93 says, "Stop blaming yourself for her infidelity. Some people are just excellent liars and deceivers. You need to focus on your own well-being right now. With your spouse out on important business, you should be focusing on getting the divorce in order, because there is no coming back from this. Despite what others might say, forgiving a cheater is close to impossible, and it never ends up being the same afterward. I wish you all the strength to get through this, and I hope you find some peace in your heart and a little spot for someone new who deserves your love. Good luck." Lesbian Honest says, as a queer woman whose wife left her for another man, I totally understand your devastation and pain. It's a crappy feeling, and despite being told it's not me by my therapist and friends, it still stings a lot. She also identified as gay her entire life, and now in her midlife crisis has dropped that label. I think after the death of her brother, she latched onto someone to replace him. Weird that it's sexual, but not my flex. But she knew my ex-girlfriend cheated on me repeatedly with men, and then left me for a man she'd go on to have 3 kids with. Then, she ultimately ended up doing the same thing to me. And Dopey responds, we are on the same page here. It sickens me. I have vomited at least twice since yesterday just thinking about it. I don't think my wife is going through a crisis. We are living the perfect life and she is sitting on a comfortable amount of money. We were able to move across the country before the pandemic happened to be closer to her family. If she was going through anything, she has more support system than I ever will. I am thousands of miles away from my relatives. What really hurts the most is the fact that she says I love you to him when I'm right next to her in bed. Tycho Gizzard says, you are not alone. I have been amazed by support that can be given by strangers. This is not your fault. You are not worthless. You are the betrayed. And OP responds, I never once thought I'd be posting here while crying my eyes out. I don't even know how I managed to write all of this with the messiest thoughts. I have no motivation to get up from bed anymore. We have been eating takeaway and I feel so bad that it's also affecting my ability to be a good mother to my son. OP's edit. Thank you so much to everyone who reached out. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I'm really sorry if I couldn't reply to all of your messages. There's just so much, but I will try. I never expected this to blow up, but my wife will come back on Friday. I'll be seeing a divorce attorney on the same day. I hope I'm able to keep a strong face on and pretend everything is okay. I'm planning to hide that I'm aware of her affair. It gives me one step ahead while I go through with the divorce, and that makes me feel so much better. It also gives me more time to gather evidence. Please wish me well. Well, the community is definitely coming through for OP and is giving her the support that she needs. Now in her edit, OP tells us what she intends to do. So how about we move on with the update to see what ended up happening. A lot has happened since I last posted over a month ago. My soon-to-be ex is extremely against a divorce and wants us back together. She's so desperate that she had to ask for her family's support. Of course, she received it. Divorce is going to be really hard since she doesn't want to cooperate. I still have no idea what's going on half the time. I hate legal terms. I finally got to speak with her affair partner last Sunday, days after I threatened to expose him. I am ashamed that I let myself do it. The language I used wasn't exactly polite. So much anger consumed me. I'm surprised we were able to agree on meeting each other. As soon as I saw him that day, I felt the urge to slam his head to a table if it weren't for his gorgeous wife. Lol. He apologized and I could tell that he was sincere about it. He began telling me that he opened up to her about his open marriage with his wife and he never ever insinuated on sleeping with her, soon to be ex. He trusted my wife that much. In response to him saying that, my soon to be ex said that our marriage wasn't as exciting as it used to be, and I, apparently, said that sleeping with other people was okay too. Their affair didn't start after that. It was a gradual buildup. Affair partner's wife said that she slept with my wife too. When she had asked about whether I was sleeping around, my soon-to-be ex replied that I didn't want to just yet, but reassured her that I was completely fine with what she was doing under one condition, that no one talks about it unless I ask. I never said this, nor did I ever think our marriage wasn't exciting. Every day with her was effing majestic. Yes, we have a routine, but I loved it. It made me look forward to something. She lied to all of us. It hurts. I'm not sure whether I want to believe affair partner, but he has no reason to lie because he showed me evidence of her saying this. I have gone AWOL, absent without leave, on my soon-to-be ex. I've been staying somewhere else while my son is spending time with her. She has been bothering me non-stop, acting as if she cares. Even if she did, the damage has been done and it's too late. It really hurts, but I also feel numb. The situation just makes me laugh. She played me so much. Even after everything, I somehow still love her a lot. I consider reconciliation sometimes. Perhaps things will go back to normal and I'll eventually heal from this and will come back stronger. But I know I deserve better than this. So much better. I'm not a perfect person. I've done questionable actions in my life too. But I know the good in me outweighs the bad. I'm a good person and I don't deserve this. I tried to be a good wife to her. I followed everything in the textbook. Still, this didn't stop her from cheating. This means there's nothing wrong with me. It's not my fault that she feels unfulfilled in her life. I have been receiving support from friends and family all over the world. It made my divorced parents talk to each other just to brainstorm ways on how to cheer me up. I find it cute. I have been thinking of moving to Australia. Is this even possible? Would I be able to bring my son with me? I might bring this up with my lawyer. I have been talking to an old friend who lives there, and guess what? She divorced her husband 2 years ago too. I have been finding meaningful support in her. Sometimes life becomes tainted with bad memories, and you find yourself all over the place. Then suddenly, all of your family and friends suddenly come together to pick up your broken pieces, and then it doesn't become so bad after all. I wish I was home with them. I can't wait to get out of this place. P.S. Therapy does wonders. Please seek help if you know you need it. And that's it. That's all we know up until this point. And of course, even though OP is still hurting, she seems to have defined a very clear path to what she wants, except for the Australia part, which is still up for grabs, but she definitely knows that she wants to get a divorce. She was also able to get the complete story from the affair partner and his wife. And OP's soon-to-be ex-wife did a number on everybody. Wow, she just lied to everybody. Now, I don't know if she's gonna get fired for this, but I would kinda think she would, right? Hopefully things work out the best for OP and she can move forward with her life after the divorce, which is definitely happening. As for us, well, now we move on to the next post. This post is from the subreddit Malicious Compliance, and it's by user Rustic Whiskey. Get rid of my vacation? Have fun replacing me. I worked at a company that gave out exorbitant amounts of vacation. Anyone who worked there for 25 plus years received 8 weeks of vacation and 2 weeks of personal time. This was a family-owned company, but rather large. We ran 3 shifts totaling 250 plus people. Enter Jimmy. Jimmy was a grizzled old man. He started at the company when he was just 20. Now he was 63 and gave absolutely zero craps. Jimmy also knew how to make a specific part for our product. Him and one other higher up in the office. One day, the plant owner comes out and announces he's selling to a corporation. He's older and ready to retire. He promises that there will be very little change and wishes us all well. The new company comes in and immediately goes after many of the great benefits we had. The first thing they do is cut everyone's max's vacation down to 4 weeks and do completely away with personal time. Anyone who's maxed out had until December 21st of that year to use it up, and they wouldn't pay it out. They then go into the office and clean house, firing anyone who's close to retirement, including Jimmy's backup. But they also do away with one very important rule. You no longer have to get vacation approved. You can just call in and take it. Jimmy is pissed, and they know it. They realized he's the only one in the building that can do his job now, so they hire a new kid for him to train, most likely to permanently replace Jimmy. So Jimmy does what anyone would do. He calls in the first training day for the new hire and lets us know he's going to use all of his personal time off at once and promptly takes 10 weeks off. We had a backstock of parts he had made, so it wasn't too unnerving. But for 10 weeks, Jimmy went and applied to other jobs, found one, and started. Fast forward 10 weeks. It's the day Jimmy is supposed to return. He doesn't. For 2 days, they try calling him and even go to his house. He's nowhere to be found. Finally, on day 3, he calls and resigns, and they lose their crap. The parts he makes are specialized and patented by the original founder. You can't just hire someone off the street to make them. What eventually happened was they had to contract the original owner to come in and teach some new hires how to make them. And when he found out all they had done, it pissed him off. So last I heard, he charged them a 7-figure contract to teach them how to produce the parts. And they had to pony up or close down. Moral of the story? Don't F with people's vacation time. Opie's edit. Jimmy made an electronic control module that was sealed and stayed fixed in a poured unit made of a 2-part epoxy. Edit 2. Jimmy didn't exactly miss out on a 7-figure contract and had 0 chance to take one. He left, said F him, and moved on. When they contacted the previous owner and explained the situation, it was basically a "you need my help? It'll cost 1 million" type of conversation. Well, clever Jimmy. He got 2.5 months of paid vacation and the boss got another million. Maybe the boss should have shared that with Jimmy. I don't know. What do you guys think? But yeah, the moral stands. Don't mess with people's vacation time. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I certainly did reading them to you. So if you did, then go ahead and give the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and become a member of our Discord community that just keeps growing, and it is fantastic. And like I said in the beginning of the video, all of the relevant links are in the video description below, so be sure to check them out. And finally, I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys enjoy this content, so thank you once again. And having said all that, I will see you guys in the next video.